Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Thank
Walaikum
you.
salam.
Good to see you, Sister Melody.
Oh, it's good to see you as well, sis.
Yes, ma'am. I tell you what, we'll open up as usual, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I bear witness there's no God but Allah, and Muhammad is His messenger. I greet the family who's tuning in with us, and with the greeting words of peace and paradise of Assalamu alaikum. And it is so good to be back on the show again, Sister Melody. And you know
Yes,
what? We're discussing a timely topic. And guess what? Can't nobody dispute that this is a timely topic. So we're
yes.
going to jump right on into it. Let's go.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am. You know, our beloved minister, just to remind everyone while we're doing this, the minister has asked us for years to grow our own food. And we are grateful to Allah that we have an opportunity to go ahead and make that happen. And so that's what we do with this show. We encourage everyone to grow their own food. You don't have to be a scientist or anything. You just got to get started. And so on the show, we try to make it, you have a discussion where we can make it as easy as possible to encourage everyone to grow their own food. So I wanted to just remind us to go back to part 36 of the time and what must be done lecture series that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan did, when he actually talked about farming being the engine of any nation. You have to be able to feed your own self. And he talked even so, touched on in part 38 about GMO food, food that has been chemically enhanced also, Sister Melody. So we want to make sure that we start growing our own food, and we can bear witness with all talk about current events, food recall.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I seen one of the sisters post and she said, with all these recalls, we should be growing a bigger garden. Our
Absolutely.
garden should be expanding now. We are witnessing right in front of our eyes where we have, all of these recalls on lettuce, on peppers, on this, on that. So that is a sign of the time in which we are in, where and also with all of the weather, um things that's going on with the weather, we can't even thank Allah enough for the minister Dr. Aleem and others that shared with us to get a hoop house or a greenhouse, because
Absolutely.
that is some protection for us in
Right.
terms of growing our food and extending the season.
Right.
So, sis, I am so grateful that, we have been encouraging each other to do for self. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, I don't have enough to share with a whole community, but
Right.
we are sharing with communities to do what we are doing. And we are producing, and we're going to show the audience pictures to prove it, right?
Absolutely. And sis, and you know, we've talked about this because when you're saying that you don't have enough to really share with everyone, the beautiful thing about it is we've talked about those community gardens. You know what I mean? Where maybe one person can't produce or won't be able to produce a lot due to time, but and also skill level to some degree. But you can also always join a community garden, and that way you can grow an abundance of food with different people, and then you all share. So we definitely encourage that as well. I do want to go ahead and jump right on into the pictures that Sister Melody said, so that we can show some of the things that are growing.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, right. Okay, so this, this is a part of sharing. What happened was one of our sister that's on the end, Sister Yvonne on the my right side. We talked about gardening at our mosque, and so some of the sisters, we always kind of chit chat, and she surprised us and brought in some plants for us. And so that's a picture of us holding up our moringa plant moringa plant, which you know is very, very nutritious, and it produces a wonderful fruit. And so that's how it started. And then I replanted it. And I don't know if you can see it, but this is how it's going. So it is a very, very powerful, definitely a very powerful plant to have. And so that was us sharing. So that's what we want to encourage everyone to do in the mosque as well. If you have a sister who's growing something, please bring it into the mosque and share it and with others. And especially for those who don't know anything about gardening, it's better to do it together.
Yes, ma'am. I do the same things with my students. We start
Mm-hmm.
our seeds in cups like that, and we put the little holes at the bottom for drainage. And when
Right.
they see those plants grow, they are so amazed.
It's very inspiring.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
let's go on to our next picture.
Okay, so that's one of the yellow onions. I had planted yellow onions, and
Mm-hmm.
I used them in a salad, and you'll see it, in one of the next photos. Those are yellow
Mm-hmm.
sweet onions.
Yes, ma'am. I have some onions growing as well. I didn't take a photo of my onions, but yes, ma'am. Next photo.
Yes. So here we got some okra. Growing up, Sister Rashida, I could not stand okra. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's that my mother didn't cook it right or I didn't realize the benefits of okra. But, as you get, more seasoned in life, hopefully you will realize that certain vegetables are just so good for you and you don't even
Absolutely.
think about the taste. So those, okra plants there, what I do, I take it at that size when it's about 1.5 inches. I take it right off the plant and eat it just like that.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Now,
mhm.
I'm with you, sister. When I was growing up, no, ma'am, no okra. Mm-mm. But boy, do I eat up some okra. Now, the benefits of it is awesome, especially when you mix it with a little tomatoes. You saute it with some tomatoes and some onions and garlic. Forget about it. A little olive oil. Forget about it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So my okra is doing really good. I'm just again happy that we're at a time now that we are showing and proving what
Right.
could be done on a small scale because I'm using all containers
Right.
at this point.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I am as well. I do have an item that I'm going to share with you momentarily that I am going to put in the ground. I'm really excited about it because it's the first time I'm growing it, but I'm really excited about these pictures too. So that's absolutely beautiful, sis. Now, how many okra does that plant produce?
So I have about 6 different okra plants, and every
Okay.
day I go outside. Okra is that type of plant that you go out one day and you don't see it the next day. It
It's
might
up.
be 3 inches. Yes. So when they get real big, of course, that's when they not as tender and you can't
Okay.
really even bite it. So what you want to do at that point, sis, let it go to seed. Just let
Mm,
it stay on the plant, let it go to seed, get your okra seeds for next season. But
right.
because I'm telling you, they grow overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
they
that's
grow overnight.
yeah, and that's a just one of the other things we really, really just want to emphasize. Make sure you are collecting your seeds if you can. So some foods you're going to have to eat, and then some foods you're going to intentionally allow them to go to seeds. So you do have those seeds available.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
absolutely.
Our next picture.
Oh, yeah, that's basil, and that right there is eggplant.
Can we
I
back
have
up to the basil a little bit?
mhm. So that's eggplant and
There
that's
we go.
basil. So if you look at the very top of that basil right there,
Mm-hmm.
it's starting to go to seed. And
Right.
you want to catch it before it goes to seed because again, it's much more the flavor is much better before it
Mm-hmm.
starts getting big and going to seed. And I love basil. I've been putting it like very fine, cutting it up, putting it in my salad, and I like to make pesto. So that's one of the things I love. And you could make the pesto, that's a value added product, of course. And then what
Right.
you could do with it is freeze it. So in December or something, you write mark it on your label that this the date you had in the pesto, and you have you some fresh pesto in the winter time.
Yes, ma'am. And can you, you talked about value added product. Can you just touch and explain that a little bit to those who may not know?
Yes, ma'am. So, Dr. Ridgely out the Ministry of Agriculture with the Nation of Islam, of course, he is, reminding us that the value-added products do sell more, and plus, it's an opportunity to preserve, whatever you grow, because sometimes we do so well growing, and you have an abundance of stuff, and you be like, "What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do with this right away?" So, of course, pesto is something that you can make with the basil, and
Mm-hmm.
again, you can freeze it. There's a simple recipe online for for pesto, and like I said, you could freeze it, and then you didn't just waste your basil. I took some to the mosque, of course, and shared it with some
Mm-hmm.
sisters. But again, if anybody's in the Delaware Valley or wherever I'm at, because I'm all over the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I have whatever I have, I'm willing to share. We just gotta communicate more with one another when we trying to do things, and it's a great opportunity to network with people when you're talking
Very
about
true.
things, because sis, now that the world and the weather is happening right now, things are so rough and bad. You want to be able to pull out something out the freezer sometime and just have
Mm-hmm.
it that that you had or grew, because a lot of trucks are not even getting into some of the neighborhoods.
That's true. And one of the things, when you said that, it reminded me, one of the things that I do is, we have navy beans, and you can can navy beans, but also you can cook navy beans in advance. And sometimes I'll cook about 8 or 10 cups. I have a giant pot, and I just cook the beans and then put them in little freezer bags. So when I am, you know what I mean, instead of cooking a huge pot like that of soup, when I am ready for the beans, I just take them out of the deep freezer, and I can make my burgers, or I can do my soups, or make a chili. But yes, it's so, audience, if you're not doing that, please do that. Go ahead and just make a giant pot of navy beans, and then as it cools down, you just separate it into various bags, and you can handle it much easier. Plus, if you had to get up and go, now you've got those bags that you can take with you in addition to your cans.
And remember, Sister Aisha showed us a way of making that navy bean hummus. That
Yes,
recipe she shared with us. So navy bean hummus, instead of that chickpea. So
absolutely.
it's really
Absolutely.
good
It
and
is.
good for you.
Yes, I agree 1000%. Our next picture.
Yes. So the eggplant, of course, I have different varieties. I have the long ones, and I have the round, semi-round ones, and some of them Italian eggplants. So the other day, I was like, I'm not gonna let this go to waste, because eggplant sometimes can, start crinkling up really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So my granddaughters was here, the twins, and when I made the eggplant, I roasted it. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't fry it. I roasted it. Then I made some, sauce and put it on there. And I put a little bit of cheese on top. I said, this is eggplant parmesan. So they tasted and they loved it in
Good.
1 seconds. So yes, some of us say that, some of our children will not eat certain vegetables, but all we have to do is introduce it to them in a nice way, and they watch me do it. They wanted the help, of course, and I'm telling you, they enjoyed the eggplant and ate it.
Yeah, roasted eggplant is wonderful. And you mentioned fried, and in the book that's behind me, How to Eat to Live, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad talked and said that eating fried food is just like eating raw. It's like eating your food raw. So we want to stay away from the fried food as much as we can. You know what I mean? And really stay away from it, period. But if you can't, period, then you definitely want to limit it, because it's equal to eating raw food for the stomach. It's very, very hard on the stomach to process.
Yes. And again, with the eggplant parmesan, it's an opportunity to not have fish or not have chicken or not have any meat. You know, we want to strive really, really harder to stay away from the meat because with these recalls, the animals also are being recalled, the different, meat. So a lot of our people are still eating chicken and things like that. So we don't want we want to just brainstorm and be able to be open-minded about creative ways of cooking our vegetables.
Absolutely. And a lot of those lettuces were recalled. So we can grow lettuce. You can snap your finger and grow lettuce. So we definitely want to start growing our own food, our different lettuces and arugula, you know what I mean, as well, which is
28
in the
days,
lettuce.
that's all
Yes.
it take. And the baby lettuce, so maybe 20 days, you could start cutting it off and more grow, especially arugula, it grow like this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
Next
ma'am.
picture.
Okay, that's my cabbage. And that there is a red onion. And that's the eggplant again. We have another picture coming. So that's my cabbage just growing. And you can't see it as clear, sis, because I got that screen over it. So because that cabbage and broccoli, if you don't cover it, you're going to have that cabbage
Yes.
worm.
Cabbage worm.
And I'm telling you, I can't wait to cut that cabbage and eat it because I have 4 of them planted. But yeah, you got to be careful with that because for some reason it's not. So that tells us, Sister Rashida, that when we do buy cabbage, which is good for us, that it's probably have been sprayed with pesticides
Right.
because of how hard it is to keep those insects away.
Absolutely.
So, sisters, brothers, children, whoever you are listening, please strive to get some netting that we could grow our own broccoli and cabbage.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah, that cabbage is delicious. I'm a cabbage fan for sure. And
Yes.
also, one thing I have not tried growing is cauliflower. But I'm definitely gonna try my hand at cauliflower, if not this growing season, next growing season, because as you know, on How to Eat to Live, we're told that that's really one of the best vegetables to eat, the cauliflower.
And I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I love they make it like a buffalo wing. You be
Yes.
thinking you eating buffalo chicken,
Yes.
but it's cauliflower, and they saute it and have the buffalo sauce on it. So yeah, I haven't grown any yet. Anybody in the audience grow cauliflower? Let us know
Yeah,
so
please
we
let
could
us know.
start doing it as well.
Yes, and I see we have those coming in giving us the greetings. So walaikum salam. Thank you all so much for joining us. And yes, I see comments about okra that yeah, it's an acquired taste as but you end up liking it as an adult. And
Yes.
so we're very happy to have you all here. But yeah, if anyone in the audience have grown cauliflower, please let us know. Let us know. And so our next picture, do we have any more? Yes.
That's the red onion that I grew both types. I love red onions
Me
in my
too.
salad. So he may have a picture of the salad that I made the other day because again, we don't necessarily always have to have lettuce in our salad.
Right.
I have found and made awesome cucumber salad, and I love cucumber salad. And I just used a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of I had some Italian dressing. So, and that's better than the ranch dressing or any of them creamy dressings when we trying to watch, our health and our weight.
Right.
Because the minister just recently said, too, you only got one temple. And we
Mm-hmm.
might put premium gas in our car and shine it up, make it look pretty and take good care of it. But we won't do that to our bodies, the one
Right.
body that we get. So this of course, opportunity for us is to encourage people, because when you grow your food, Sister Rashida, 9 times out of 10, whatever come from the earth that you grew is not going to be bad in terms of your health.
Absolutely.
You
Very
know,
true.
yes. You
Very,
know,
very true.
I mean, potatoes, of course, you grow them and you might, put on some pounds, and you got to be careful with that. But usually all the other vegetables and fruits that come off the trees, you usually going to be pretty good with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I see we have in the audience our sister, dear sister Valerie. When I tell you, she's almost a pro at gardening now. It seems like everything she touches turns to gold. So very happy to see you in the audience. Very happy to see everybody in the audience. But definitely happy to see you, Sister Valerie. Thank you so much for joining us. Do we have
Yeah.
any other pictures? Because I do want to see that salad.
Okay, yes, yeah, I'm hoping. So the left hand side is a poblano pepper. The
Mhm.
one in the middle is one of them habanero peppers, and the one on the end is another hot pepper. So hot peppers are really, really good. Some people don't like them, of course, but
Mhm.
I love them, and I made hot sauce and different things with them because I do love African and Jamaican food, and they use a lot of spices. I like kick in my food and stuff like that. So I see Sister Lorraine out there too. Assalamu alaikum.
All
Wa alaikum
right.
salam, sister. She's always supporting. I mean, and I gotta go take her some things to her too. So, but those are all different varieties of different peppers. And again, the peppers are good to grow, and they not hard to grow, and you don't have to have a lot to take care of them. So yeah, we always want to grow peppers.
Yes, and those are beautiful too. I'm a
Thank
pepper
you.
fan as well. I really am.
And again, these are, Sister Rashida, these are containers that I'm experimenting with because, I'm, again, running around all over the place sometimes. So I'm not using the ground, if you will. I'm,
Right.
lifting it up to the raised beds. And I'm finding, excuse me, that they are, they making more. So most people, please go out and I got to show a picture of it one day, of the one I had found for like $20. It got the lid over it and everything.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, yeah, it's really, really nice. So, do he happen to have the one with the salad?
I think we do. Let's
Okay.
see. We didn't upload. No, he's saying we didn't upload that one. And that one was one of the first ones that I sent. I
Awesome.
was looking forward because that salad looked
I'm
delicious.
telling you what I did. I'm telling you, we can't let people stop us from doing what we got to do. So I took the cucumbers and I had some fresh onions out the garden. I put the poblano peppers in it. I took some blueberries and put in that salad. And I mean, it was just beautiful. And it tastes so good. And
Mm-hmm.
I put avocado in most of my salads, because again, instead of meat, I'd use that, avocado. It, to me, it gives that same kind of I want to say thickness, if you will, or just, it gives it another texture. And I like to chop my tomatoes and salads and cucumbers up real fine, like they do in Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
That conch salad, but without
Yeah.
the conch.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, that salad was so good. And that's just, we don't have to have lettuce to have a salad. So a
Right.
lot of people I've seen on, internet talk about, I can't wait to have a salad, or I miss my salad, this, that, and the other. We can't let them dictate to us
Mm-hmm.
what we're gonna do and how we're gonna eat and wait
Right.
on them to do it. We can't
Absolutely.
do it because they proven and showing us that at the end of the day, we better do for self, because he said that we're gonna be forced to do it.
Right,
We're gonna
right.
be
And
forced.
the minister said it's time for us, beyond time for us to become producers and not just consumers. We have to be able to feed ourselves. And
Yes,
so
ma'am.
those pictures were absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited to share this because we can grow it very well down south. And this is my first time trying it. But this is oh gosh. Ah,
Can
the whole time I've been waiting. Oh, sugar cane. It just
I
slipped my
was gonna say,
mind.
is that a sugar cane?
Sugar cane. I got a piece of sugar cane. And so I can't wait. I have two pieces. I cannot wait to put these in the ground. And I just want to show our audience how to handle this. These, I don't know if you can see that little node right there. So
Yeah.
when I put it in the ground, I'm just going to kind of put it up. And so the node will shoot here. And there are other
Oh,
nodes, yeah, that will come up. But it's such an easy grow from what I've been told. I just kind of put this, bury it down about 1 foot and cover it up with a little soil and some mulch and put it in a spot. I have a spot in my yard that had kind of puddles with water. And so I'm going to put that right in this spot because the sugar cane loves water.
oh,
So yeah, it'll in about 2 weeks I'll see the sprouts come up, and for full maturity, it can mature about 7 to 8 months. You'll see the tall stalks, and it grows like this. So it's gonna be it's gonna fan out very beautiful. I'm just so excited. I cannot wait.
I can't wait to see it. And it's so good that we have you in Florida and we over here on the East Coast
Mm-hmm.
because, again, we just realizing what we can't do no sugar cane over here, y'all, on the East Coast. So we got our sister and we want to get
Yes.
some. Maybe we could, visit or even have her send us some once she grow up. How your bananas doing, sister?
They are coming. They haven't started coming all the way through, but we've been getting a lot of rain. So I really have to go over in that area and look to see if they're starting to come in. And if they are, then I'll take some pictures and have that available next time.
And I wanted to say, I wanted us to pray for our sisters and brothers in Chicago on the West Coast over there because they've been getting really bad weather and a lot of
Absolutely.
trees down and different things like that. So, and the more trees that come down, the more have to be planted
Right.
because we need
Absolutely.
trees, we need the oxygen.
Absolutely. And before we close out, we're at 6:29. I want to answer Sister Valerie's question. She says, "Where can we get the sugar cane to grow?" And I'm going to try it out in my backyard because it's very much a down south thing. So I'm going to try to get it to grow in my backyard. But I know they grow a lot of this in Fort Lauderdale. As a matter of fact, that's where from one of the farms there is where I got these pieces from down in Fort Lauderdale, which is still, in our area in Florida. So I'm excited. I'll keep everyone posted.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And I just wanted to, again, grow, grow, grow,
Your
because
own.
we not sure what's going to be at these stores in the
Right.
next couple of months.
Right. Absolutely. So we hope that we have encouraged you all. Again, you can always start in a pot. You don't have to dig up the whole ground. Just get started. So until we meet again, we'll be back
The
in
seeds, you
two.
said you're going to send some seeds out?
Yes, yes, yes. I wanted to. We're at 6:30, so I'm going to save
Um,
this for the next show. So for
okay.
those who are joining us, please join us for our next show. We'll be back in 2 weeks because we're coming on live every 2 weeks. But we have some seed surprises for those who join us. So just tap back into us. We'll see you. Tap into the replay next week. And again, 2 weeks, we'll come back live here. So we greet you all in a greeting words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Jeff, and to my husband, thank you all for joining us. Yes, we're very excited to have you all here. So we greet you all in the greeting words of peace and paradise of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.